Well, hi, this is Sam, in case you didn't know, and welcome to another episode of RetroSam's Wardrobe. In today's video, we're going to be looking at this swell 1935 Swedish-made three-piece tuxedo. So, before we start looking at this tuxedo, I just want to give some information about how I got it, why I got it, and when I got it. So, how did I get this tuxedo? I bought it off Swedish eBay. I was pretty lucky when I found it actually. It was, I think, in 2019 I got it, or if it was this early spring of 2020. I can't really remember, but it was several years ago. And I was just randomly looking at Swedish eBay on a lunch break, and I was looking for tuxedos because I had just got my I think I had just gotten my 1940s Swedish made three-piece tuxedo. So I was just looking at the same seller, and then I see this tuxedo and it says 1935, and I'm like, how does he know it's from 1935? So I scroll through the photos, and the tag was intact. All the tags are intact on this one. So you could see the original date when the owner got it, and you could see the original name of the owner and where he got it. So it was so cool, and I saw the price. It was very, very, very cheap. And I was like, oh, that is so cheap. And I saw that the timer actually it was getting close to the end of the auction. So I bid on it, and nobody bid against me. And I was so surprised because I was like, this is such a nice piece. But I mean, as I've covered many times, here in Sweden, it's like secondhand. Oh, you're buying secondhand clothes, etc. It's always about getting new things, but I guess that's how it is everywhere in the world, really. So that's how I got the tuxedo. Why did I get the tuxedo? Uh, I just felt like when I started my journey into the 1930s and 40s clothing and fashion, well, same thing, I would say. Well, anyway, so I was like, a tuxedo would be very nice. So I got the 1940s one, which I will come around and show you in another video. So I got the 1940s one, and I thought I was set. I don't need any more tuxedos. I mean, one is enough. Well, as I have learned over the years of be liking this kind of style and everything, one is never really enough. You if you find something that's pretty rare and at a good price, and you feel like this I can put to good use, you probably will get it. Anyway, so I saw this tuxedo, and I know I really like the 1930s too, and I didn't have any 1930s piece in my wardrobe. So when I found it, I was like, yes, that one is gonna be very nice, and I knew I could put it to good use. Uh, since I do use it on special occasions, holidays, and yeah, I put it to good use. So that's why I felt like I needed to have this one too when I already had one. So that's why I got it, how I got it, and when I got it. Now I think all of you really want to look at this tuxedo, so let's get into it, shall we? So, first of all, we're gonna look at this amazing jacket. But first, I just wanna say this tuxedo was made or it was picked up. I'm always a little bit uncertain, but I'm gonna say it was picked up on the 17th of December 1935. On the label, it says 17/12/35. So I assume that's when you pick up the piece because this is in a more heavy wool, high quality wool, let me tell you. Because I think the original owner wanted this for Christmas or New Year's, or if there was a special occasion happening around that time, and it was made in Stockholm. But this jacket is amazing. It is a single-breasted jacket, as you can tell. I hope I'm holding it up good like this because you can't see me now. And it has peak lapels, really peak lapels in silk. So this is a very, very nice piece, and I can imagine it cost quite a lot of money back then. And it has a uh, lapel hole here for a boutonniere if you want that. And it is overall such a nice cut. It has very heavy shoulder padding, but it's roomy, more roomy than you would. It's not that it's not fitting on me, but it's roomy. And that's something I know that many people who don't have the interest in this clothing or anything just think it's baggy and it's too big. but it's not. This is how it was cut back then. So, but anyway, yeah, 1935 tuxedo. This jacket is just amazing, and I have yet to seen another one from the 30s, Swedish made. It's hard to come by. I mean, they're probably hanging in wardrobes, they're put away, people forget about it, and even maybe thrown away. So this is it has very nice lapels and everything. But here's the thing, when it comes to these lapels, since it's from 1935, obviously it's gonna be in a little bit fragile condition, maybe you would say. So the lapels, it's starting to wear down here and there. And also something very interesting, so you have the silk here, and then it goes on the inside and down, so it goes all the way down like this. So when eventually one day I have to have these redone, I have to change in the whole inside probably. And I really don't want to have it redone, but the thing is, it's from 1935, as I'm gonna say many times through this video, so naturally it's gonna wear and be more fragile over the years. So because I know I have put my microphone on this one, and it actually already wore down by just putting it on once, which is, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna take a look at the tags, because the tags are also a piece of art when it comes to these pieces. So here is one of the tags. I hope I'm showing it good for you. So I noticed that I wasn't holding the tag really properly, so you couldn't see it, so I had to re-record and cut it in the video somehow. So I hope this time you can see it properly, like this. It's a very nice tag. I think these tags are a piece of art, honestly. But overall, this tuxedo is in very nice condition, so I was very happy when I was able to acquire it. And I'm gonna see if I can show you the original tag too. That would be very nice. I'm trying to not scratch the lapels too much and not, yeah, you have to be careful. I'm trying my best always to be careful, but when you want to try and show things, so you can see here the original. I hope I'm showing it well for you. I have to look back to see on the video recording. So yeah, this is a very nice jacket, and it's warm, it's cozy, it's everything. So I hope to get actually a 1930s suit one day, because I really like the cut of the mid 1930s to late 30s to early 40s. I really like those cuts. So yeah, let's move on and look at the waistcoats, shall we? Okay, so let's take a look at the waistcoat. So when it comes to waistcoats from this period, there are, or not from this period, but when it's a tuxedo, it's usually like this on the inside. And you can tell that this one is in really great condition, because honestly, with pieces from this era, there can be sweat marks inside. So it will be yellow, or it gets yellow over time, I guess, too, discoloration and all that kind of stuff. But I would say with sweat there will be stains, but this one really does not have anything barely in it. It's barely even used. It's amazing to see how nice condition this piece is. You can think that he only used it like once or twice, or even since he had the money, it seems like, to put down on such a nice tuxedo for Christmas, New Year's, or whatever was happening around that time period. Maybe he had more tuxedos to pick from, so they wouldn't wear down, so he could have them for several years. And it's the same with the jacket. It has this white lining in sleeves, and under the armpits, nothing. It's clean. So, and this waistcoat, it's nice. It has, I think you would call it a shawl lapel on it, or if you call it lapels. Excuse me if I'm not using the right terms or words. Maybe it should be terminology. I'm Swedish, okay? But anyway, I'm no expert. I'm just an amateur who enjoys 1930s and 40s clothing. So, but yeah, it's a very nice waistcoat, and it has the shawl lapels on it. And I don't know, mostly when I see European tuxedos, I've been trying to find information about this, because I noticed that many of them have the black waistcoat with them. And I'm not sure that the American tuxedos from the same period have the black waistcoat with them. I think it's more a European thing. I've been trying to find information about this, but I haven't really found anything. So if you know anything, feel free to comment. I'm not saying this is how it is. I'm just saying this is what I know at this stage. So, but yeah, it has a very nice cut to it, and I like the lapels on it. I call it lapels at least. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, this is a very nice waistcoat. And yeah, let's take a look at the trousers, shall we? So the trousers on this tuxedo is just amazing. That's why I really like the mid 1930s Swedish cut a lot, because these trousers are, I'm gonna try and show you, they're so wide. I really like this cut, and I know, as I said in the beginning of the video, people are talking about baggy cut. I know when I post videos or pictures of me in this tuxedo, I have gotten comments sometimes that it's a baggy cut, it doesn't fit me. And I feel like when you don't know enough, don't comment anything. You know, you need to know the different cuts of the different eras. And the mid 1930s Swedish cut seems like this is how it is. So I would like to find a mid 1930s Swedish suit to wear one day. That would be very cool. But yeah, this is a very, very, I hope I'm showing it correctly, it's a very wide trouser. And you of course have the stripe going down, and it's in very nice condition, these trousers. I hope I showed it correctly. I'm actually gonna take a look right now, so I'm gonna make a cut and I'm gonna come back soon. Okay, so I looked at it and I think you could see the width of the trousers very well. So yeah, the width I really like, and you can almost feel like, you can almost think when you look at the 1970s trousers that they took a little inspiration from the mid 1930s cut of things. It seems like, I don't know, it's just my own opinion and thoughts. But anyway, so it also features, of course, suspender buttons on the outside, and I have black suspenders, which I do not remember. I think these were supposed to be from the 1940s. I can't remember. I bought this like 4 or 5 years ago, so I can't really remember, but they fit well with these kind of trousers. One back pocket, two front pockets. And let me tell you, I really like the pleats on these trousers. It's double pleats, but they're very, very deep. And I think also that comes with that it's a more heavy wool trouser. So when you press these trousers, the pleats becomes amazing. They were very nice. I really like how they did these trousers. So it's a very, very nice trouser. And I think I'm showing it correctly, the pleats. I hope you can see them. Pretty, I really like how these trousers are. And they are in very high quality. There is also buttons on the inside, which I do not understand what they're for. I've been trying to figure it out. I don't know what you would put there. They're a little rusty now. I'm gonna try and see if I can show you. They look like this. I think I'm showing you correctly. And you probably can button them somehow. I'm not that strong, so I can't really do it anymore. They, well, yeah, half on at least. I don't know what they're for. If you know, let me know, because it's hard to know what they were thinking with everything when they were doing stuff. But it's very well made. You can tell they knew what they were doing. So I'm very happy with these trousers, and I like wearing them. I don't wear them enough, unfortunately, because I can't wear the tuxedo every day. So that's why, as I have said for the whole video, I hope one day I can have a mid 1930s Swedish made suit to wear. So yeah, that's about it. That's the whole tuxedo shown in as good detail as I can. So yeah, I hope that this video was somewhat informative, and that you think it's a nice little series to watch, RetroSam's wardrobe. If you can comment below which suit, or if you want, which suit you want me to do next on this episode, or this, not this episode, but this series, or if you want me to do the 1940s tuxedo. And also I could do a video about the 1935 tuxedo and the 1940s tuxedo and compare them so we can see what differences there are. And I also just want to say, when it comes to this kind of old pieces, of course, you're gonna take care of them so they last as long as possible, so many people can see them and learn about them and all that thing. But it also is meant to be used. It's not just meant to be hung away and never used. So as long as you take care of it properly, store it properly, you can still use it. And also, it goes to show how high quality the craftsmanship, the workmanship, the fabric were back then. For this piece being from 1935 and it haven't been worn down more than it is and in such great condition, it just shows that it's an amazing piece of art, really. It lasts long, it stands the test of time. As I said, high quality. I'm very happy with this piece. So if you have any more questions about this tuxedo, feel free to comment below. If you wonder why I'm pointing that way, that's because that's where the tuxedo is laying. If you have any information about those buttons I showed you in the trousers, feel free to comment about that. So that's about it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Well, bummer, this video has already ended. But guess what? There's a huge selection of different videos on my YouTube channel. Why don't you go check them out? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. In the description below, you will find a link to my Instagram page. You will find a link to my Patreon page if you want to support me and my content so I can continue doing what I do. There is also a link to my Buy Me a Coffee profile. Thanks for watching this video. Stay safe and well.